All right. Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Hello, hi. My name's Abel. I run Mario Kart DS. I've been doing this for close to 2 decades now. And I'm running the All Missions category, which is one of the 2 main categories on speedrun.com. And I've got with me TB1 on the couch, former world champion for the game from Switzerland, and the champion from Vermont, Puddings, the voice of MKDS as well, as people like to say. And yeah, I think we're pretty much ready to get into it. It's basically 63 missions throughout 7 different levels. And
we can't trick the people now.
Oh, no.
Anyways, let's get right into it.
Okay. Do you press that there? Or,
all right.
Okay. Countdown in 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So there's one thing we need to explain right off the bat here. At the end of this mission, Abel is going to pause the game and quit out. This is called the exit early glitch, and it was discovered in 2018 by some testers. And for each exit early glitch that you perform, it saves about 3 seconds. So over the course of how many missions we're going to be doing, it saves about 3 minutes in this run. So some other things we need to explain. In order to unlock level 7 missions, which is the final, there's 7 levels, but 6 are by default, we need to get a star ranking at least on every single mission. So that's what we're going to be looking for. Hopefully the fish are kind. They are.
God.
Okay.
That was a close one.
And yes. Okay, so here we are with Peach now. So main just about mission mode is it's a whole bunch of just random kind of assorted challenges that kind of teach the player the game, and I think it's a really cool mode, especially for beginners. And you get to use all the different characters, you get to go to all the different tracks. So we're going to see Abel do stuff like collect coins, collect item boxes, drive through gates, race CPU opponents, and also battle some bosses, so look out for those.
So here we're just collecting the item boxes, pretty simple objective, and reach the finish line.
Yes. So it starts out pretty easy. We're not going to have too many challenging ones. The fish is honestly the most challenging mission.
Yes, I generally like to go clockwise when I'm doing the missions.
Yes.
But you can do them in any order.
All right. So coming up, we're going to be seeing our first MT mission, or as the game calls them, Power Slide Turbo Boosts. We're going to need to complete 4 mini turbos in this lap. I don't know if we can do it. Actually, I don't know if we can do it. All right, let's see.
And we've done
incredibly,
it.
Incredible
Amazing.
job.
Wow, so difficult. So that we can actually perform so many more mini turbos than what the game asks us to. We are kind of abusing the mechanics, and it's something that can be done not just on turnings, but also on straight lines, which has become called snaking, because then your cart kind of moves in the shape of an S.
Yes, so here we have our first DK mission, collecting some coins. We're going to get to see how well they modeled DK in a bit, but this is pretty simple, and we're going to finish this out and move on to, I believe, 1-6, where we get to admire Luigi's model and check out our cool ESA emblem.
And perhaps you can read a donation or two at this stage?
Yeah.
We sure can. We got a $25 donation from PMK8 saying, to the man who inspired me to run at ESA last winter, best of luck on your run, Abel.
Thank you.
And we have another one, a $100 donation from MKDS in 1992.
Wow.
Yeah, saying, looking good from back here, Abel. Keep on destroying those missions. Can't wait for DK's teeth.
Thank you very much.
Right. So here we have the first boss of the run. We're facing Big Bully. And so Abel's going to do a strat here where he turns around, or rather turns in place. And this will manipulate Big Bully to go towards the edge. And we're just going to use a mini turbo to knock him right off.
Okay,
And
so that's level 1 done.
All right. So level 2, we have Wario here, first appearance. And actually, no, Fish. And for this mission, our main objective is to hit these 10 boxes, and you're going to see that Abel is hitting them from the sides. in order to keep his speed. And then he's going to purposely fall off the dock here to respawn at the start of the boardwalk there.
So what you want to do here is clip them from the side in order to not get slowed down, which is what I'm doing. This category is fairly short, and it's gotten to the point where small micro adjustments are needed to get those extra time saves.
Yeah, so here we have a little bit of a troll here. The first coin is behind you, and I'm sure anybody who's played this game has been tricked by that at least once. And when you first played, I know I have.
I have as well.
I think we all have, certainly.
Another mission with DK this time. So there are a few characters who are a little bit harder to handle compared to others. DK would be part of these, so missions with him are always going to be a tiny bit trickier. Here the goal is just to pass through all the different number gates over one lap on donut planes. The ground is a little bit slippery as well compared to other races, which also makes the physics of the game and the feeling behind the gameplay a little bit different.
Yes, so we just saw some mini turbos there. This is one of the few missions where we just don't even attempt to do any mini turbos. Peach's handling is so awful that we just drive.
Yeah, and in such an event, you want to always, let's say, balance the risk and the benefits. So in this case, going for something a little bit trickier could be pretty bad, so.
All right. So once again, we got Peach. The game just really is trying to like let you know, don't use Peach. Her drifting is awful. But we're just going to be doing 3 laps here. Abel already reached the mini turbo goal, and so he's just going to do some victory laps.
And obviously one of the most skill-intensive track the whole game or the whole franchise.
Yes.
Luck never plays any role in this track whatsoever in any Mario Kart game, as I'm sure you will all agree. No, I'm not bitter.
Yes.
I actually found out the other day that there is actually a roller coaster that you can collide with in Double Dash, and they took that away from us, basically.
Just became a boring track.
All right. So
That one is cool though, right? I mean, lots of nice tries to pull out over a whole lap, and Toad, which I think is one of the nicest characters to drive with, very beginner friendly.
Yes. So one other thing that I think any keen viewers noticed at this point, we are also running this game on the Japanese version, and for some reason, the Japanese version saves exactly 1 frame per load over the US version. Don't know why, but over the course of a run, that's about 2 seconds. So it's always best to use whatever we can.
This is a big one here.
Yeah, so trick is to try and kill these 5 pokies, each with a bomb, so you need very precise aiming. It's even harder than actually getting someone in the game in a race, but here it's masterfully done.
Oh, that's all right.
No,
I'll
it's
do it
not,
again.
but it's all good. This is one of the trickier missions, so we're just gonna rerun through this one real quickly.
Just got to reiterate how tiny the hitboxes are in this game.
Yeah,
I'm
and
gonna
for the
take it
ones that are
slow.
the furthest, it's particularly difficult to aim well.
Yeah, we're just going to take our time here, make sure that we hit these.
Exactly.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Okay, we got it this time. Those pokies are done for. This is pretty typical, honestly.
Oh yeah, this is a run killer for me very often when I'm on pace.
Can I read a few donations while we are watching the same thing
Yes.
again?
Yeah, of course.
Go for it.
All right, we got $10 from Carcoons, just saying, good luck, Abel. And then we have $40 from Mikey Lore, saying,
Yes, nice.
so happy to see everyone here. Can't wait for Goosebird to meet Bubba. Much love to Abel Puddings, Thomas, and Stephen.
Thank you.
And
Thanks.
they have actually used those money to grab a little bit of a reward because they've gotten the ESA Winter T-shirt, as well as put the money towards the Super Princess Peach minigame Speedrun Showcase, which is coming up after this run.
Wow. That's always a tricky one as well. So you got to pause and you got to exit the game before hitting this last box, but because it keeps going forward, the timing is pretty difficult. And in this particular case, I believe Abel was a little bit further down the track than what he's used to.
Yeah, that's one thing about
Yes,
missions
there you go.
especially. So this is
Safe.
what we see when we don't skip out. So that's this time that we're saving by not looking at that. So this is the second boss, IROC, also from Super Mario 64 in Shifting Sandland. And it's also another pretty easy boss. Very predictable phases. We just have to hit him in his eye 3 times. So we're going to hide up to the right hand now this time. And Abel's actually going to hit him before he even lands on the ground because the hitbox becomes active before you would even expect it to. So this is a pretty easy boss to get every time. And now we're on to level 3. So the first mission of level 3, we're going to not want to get the perfect start boost because we can actually line up these item boxes in just the right way to drive here and get this last one backwards in about 5 seconds. That easy. All right, so now we get to admire some beautiful modeling that the devs did here on Bowser. Look at those triangles.
Oh, you haven't seen nothing yet. Wait till we get to DK.
Yeah, we're waiting for the best one yet. I believe we could also read a donation or two again at this stage. If there's anything to...
Yeah, sure thing. We got $5 from Mario Kart Hero saying, "Good luck, Abel. Don't let the cheaps troll you." Putting that towards the Bowser's Fury, save Mama Cat's Kittens target. We also have $25 from Faceless Drake with no comment. And $20 from Anonymous, putting that towards the Super Princess Peach cosplay incentive.
Thank you.
So here is mission 3-3. As you can see, we have Brayden, the Chain Chomp. Shout outs to Chain Chomp Brayden.
You're too slow!
Technically not wrong. We could do a mini turbo there, but it's really, really hard.
All right, this is a very tech-heavy mission. The next 2 are going to be really about kart control. So we're going to go through 8 gates here on Pipe Plaza. So Abel's going to be showing off his cool mini turbo skills, moving Yoshi around here, and onto the final platform to drop down.
Up, yeah.
And then we're going to head on over to Twilight House here. This is one of my favorite missions in the game, collecting 20 coins. We're going to see some really tricky driving. Hopefully Abel can land everything correct.
Yeah, there are a lot of different techniques to use here. You have to navigate very precisely, avoid these bananas that spawned in quite tough spots. It's also quite a long mission, so also a test of stamina. And uses Mario, which is not the easiest card to handle. That's the trickiest part for me, at least, to avoid this one nicely. But so far, I think it's going pretty well, and last coin collected just now.
All right, so here we have another mini turbo mission. And this time 10 mini turbos. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it or not, but let's see. 3, 4,
5,
6,
7, 8,
9, and 10.
Yay.
Oh, man.
We're not even at the third of the lap, and we've already completed the goal.
Yes. So we're going to spend the rest of the lap just dodging some cars. DK's controls aren't the best, but we're just going to navigate through these and make our way to the end.
Yeah, in this track in particular, you want to be very careful about the cars and the buses, especially in the blind corners at the end. If you're not familiar with the cycles, it can be a nasty surprise.
Yeah, the bottom screen is your friend. Don't be afraid to use it.
Yep.
Definitely.
All right, so here is another brutal shooting mission. This time we're going to be taking out some moles here on Moo Moo Farm. Anybody who's played this game in DS or 64 hates these moles with a passion.
Yeah, and you can see why already. The timing is pretty tricky in order to send the green shot at the right time. We're always going to focus on the same mole over here. The hardest is going to be the very last shot, where we also need to do the posing and exiting at the right moment.
Let's see.
But I think this
Very
is
nice.
very well done.
Took me forever to land that when I was learning this category, but now it's pretty easy.
All right, so this mission is actually the first instance of RNG in the run. There's very little RNG in this run, but the item that you get from this box can either be star, triple mushrooms, a single mushroom, or a red shell. Red shell is very rare. So we're looking basically for either a star or triple mushrooms. That's always the best possible items.
A star is okay, though I would have preferred a mushroom here. Or, sorry,
Yeah.
triple mushrooms.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I don't
okay.
think it makes a big time difference, does it?
No, not at all.
Still be all good.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot more race missions as we go along. So here is Goomboss. This is Goomboss's final canonical appearance in any video game ever. He appeared in Paper Mario 64, SM64 DS, and this is his final game. Because he actually canonically dies at the end of this mission. We're going to see that. So for this mission, we're going to be racing him, and on the first lap he spawns either 1 Goomba, and then on the second lap he spawns up to 3 Goombas, and then the third lap he spawns up to 5 Goombas. Or he also has a chance of dropping a mushroom, which happened twice actually. So Abel's going to be able to collect a nice bonus.
It was a bit wide on that corner, but still, why not?
Yeah, so this mission is very, very easy. As long as you get ahead of Goomboss in the first place. So Abel's going to intentionally not quit out here so we can see Goomboss die. And there he is. Gone forever.
So we have evidence of Abel being a
Abel.
murderer.
All right, so here at the beginning of the mission, Abel is going to bump into Donkey Kong. And you want to pay attention to the bottom screen here. You're going to see Donkey Kong run into that snowman. That is guaranteed as long as you bump him at the start of the mission.
This track is particularly complicated to navigate because of all the bumps that you see all around. This is also why making mini turbos is not something that we will do a lot. We will mostly rely on the shrooms and on the stars. Here we are going to attempt, I believe, quite a
bit more to the
precise
right.
up.
There you go.
Abel is aligning here. Good try.
Yeah, if he hit that, actually that was a good respawn, so not too bad.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about attempting that. You'll always get a good respawn almost no matter what. So
it's worth going for it.
Yeah, the time loss is maybe 2 seconds or something.
Yeah, that's fine. We beat DK very handily anyways. It's all good. So here we have a personal favorite of mine. This is the Crab Brave. So we need to shoot 20 crabs using green shells or bob bombs. And it's pretty RNG depending on what items you get. We're always looking for triple green shells in the beginning of the mission, and then as the mission gets further along and the crabs start coming to the center, we want to use the bob bombs to take out large groups of them. So right now we're off to a pretty good start. 11 crabs before the water starts receding is pretty good.
Yep. Now we'd hope again for some triple green shells. That would be ideal. There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
sometimes you can collide
That's
like
not,
that.
Not a big problem.
As you
Yeah,
can see, the
that's-
Kong
And now the
getting
bomb is
there.
becoming more handy.
I think we're gonna, ooh,
Yeah.
19?
So we're going to be
and then
able to
20.
complete this.
A 119, that's not too bad.
That's a good time, yeah. 120
I'll
or
take
around
that.
is normally a good time for this one.
I'll take that. I didn't have enough time to quit there, though. But it's fine.
All right. So this mission, we're doing Shroom Rage against this red car. We like to call that our good friend David Roldan, MK Dasher, as you may have heard of him. Current world champion. And unfortunately, we pretty much overtake him as soon as we have access to mushrooms.
So like last time, just being careful, especially to navigate the cars. But the shrooms are going to help in case we have any fright at this stage. And the red car was about David's standard of speed at the start, but afterwards it kind of slowed down indeed.
Okay, this one's very tricky. We need to hit these 2 rows of coins without getting crushed. So Abel is going to first do this, and we're going to try to collect about 2 or 3 before the thwomps come down, and then just get the rest of them right now, and easy does it. Okay.
So on this mission, Abel is going to go for a strategy that we call Prolonged Rocket Boost, or PRB. You can see that he's not slowed down by the off-road. This is because Abel managed to keep the momentum from the start post and continuously perform mini turbos without missing a single one. Now he is slowed down because there was a long enough gap between 2 consecutive MTs, so that PRB wore off. And this is a technique that can be used in a handful of tracks to gain a massive advantage over the more traditional way to play.
Yes. PRB was discovered about, I think, Christmas Day 2005 by a player the name of Minsan.
Yeah, and then we didn't find out about it in the West till probably March 2006, something like that.
They were cheating over there.
They were.
Always so advanced and so prone to figure out amazing strats and innovations.
Yes, so here we have 10 gates. This is the only gate mission where you can enter the gates in any order, so there's a lot of routing potential. We use the safest one that's pretty fast and is good for marathons. All right, so now we're going to be following DK here on his adventure of Choco Mountain. He's actually on his way to the dentist right now. So for this mission, we need to collect 10 item boxes, but there's some sneaky fake ones that we need to avoid. Fortunately, we have the gift of the bottom screen to tell us which ones are real and which ones aren't. And then Abel has them memorized, of course, but he's going to be doing some additional mini turbos, trying to snake when he can to complete this mission as fast as possible. Yeah, just wait until we get to the dentist, believe me. Okay. So this is mission 4-4. We're going to be exploring the desert with Wario. And the road is very slippery here, so we're going to just make sure to not get stuck in the off-road.
And here we're going to leverage a small shortcut. We're going to just hop around the hill and bounce over that one in order to be able to reach the goal a little bit faster.
Very nice. All right, so
on to our fourth boss, King Boo. Sorry, Puddings.
Yeah, King Boo. So this one is really freaked me out as a kid, let me tell you. But this little jump scare here gives me nightmares. So we're going to be using a strat here where we're going to skip his attack cycles by purposely falling into the lava. So this is our first one. As you can see, he's coming towards us, but we're already dead. So on this next phase, we're going to collect another 25 coins using Peach's amazing handling, of course. And we're going to dip ourselves into the lava again once we see King Boo start to attack us. Here he is. And there we are. And this has something to do with how his cycles work. Basically, if you fall into the lava, it resets his counter to attack you all the way back up to whatever number of seconds it's supposed to be. And we're done. On to level 5. All right. So we're going to be racing Braden here. This is a pretty exciting one.
Just leveraging a small shortcut over here to cut through the grass. And now we have this section navigating in between the bushes while avoiding another few chain jumps.
I think this is the only instance in the game where they use this double dash music. I think it's the chain chomp theme.
Yeah. This game was originally built with a lot of double dash assets. It's kind of like the younger brother of that game, but then they changed it to make it its own thing. But this remains.
I think they even scrapped the chain chomp item, didn't they?
Here we are.
Maybe I'm wrong.
The dentist chair. Look at those teeth.
Why did they do this to him?
What a beautiful smile.
So yeah, pretty simple. Just collect the 15 coins, and we're done, really.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
We had a good visit to the dentist here. So this is 5-3. We're going to be chasing some item boxes, but instead of chasing them, we're just going to get ahead of them and then wait at the spot where they're going to end up, right around here, and just wait for them to come to us. But Abel's going to be a cool guy and do that instead.
Yeah, that was
pretty recent innovation, yeah.
So this one has a very narrow start. You have gates that are kind of blocking the path. So here, Abel nonetheless manages to perform a mini turbo and not being too slowed down. That's quite fast start, actually. Next, we want to grab a mushroom and to go on the way left, upwards, taking this shortcut backwards. And then we can race to the end of the lap.
Yeah, another basic one. There's a lot of backwards missions in this game, and we're going to see it's actually the inspiration for some future Mario Kart innovations. They were doing it all the way back in 05.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here we have our second race mission against Mario. So Abel's going to use PRB again here to cut a little bit of grass, and he lost it right there at the end. So ideally, we're looking for the shrooms or the star.
And now we are going to reach the second half of the lap, where I wonder if Abel is going to go against his religious convictions and attempt a shortcut that he despises or not.
Yes.
I'll try it out.
Okay,
This
let's
purple
see.
wall here on the side.
Yeah, good try. It's very, very difficult to manage. So you can actually hop over that wall, which enables you to cut the second to last corner.
Yes. Abel lost his former world record on that track because of that shortcut.
I was wondering whether to talk about that or not. All the way back in 2014, I think,
Yes.
some time ago.
So in this mission, we're going to be making our way up DK Pass again. And we're going to see that once we reach this part of the track, we're just going to not be doing any mini turbos at all. It's just far too bumpy to really mess around with.
It's key to also avoid this boulder right at the end on the 8th
Yes.
gate. You might be able to see it now.
If you're not fast enough, you'll get wrecked.
Exactly. Okay.
All right. This is the worst.
Oh, don't remind me.
Yeah, this one is tricky. At some point, we'll have to jump over and grab a coin in the air. First jump around here, and there are 3 of them, so there are 3 such jumps. In each one, there is a chance that you don't get the right angle and you don't get the coin. So far, so good.
Very close.
We're going to hope that the third one goes according to plan.
It's very stressful to
Yeah,
play this mission
nice
on nerves.
one, nice one.
Yep. Because of the hitboxes being so small as well in this game.
All right. So now we're taking it to Bowser Castle 2, another gate mission, and we're going to see some cool strats at play here once we reach the ramp section. Once we reach it there, yeah. We're going to make sure not to get hit by this fireball as well. So here we're going to be hopping on the wall. This sips a bumper. If you like to call that the Zagetto strat, shoutouts to a 2006 player, Zagetto.
Yeah, Miguel Rodriguez, who was one of the very first world champions in the game.
Yes. If you're still around, call in. Make a donation.
Speaking of, do we have a time for a little bit of donation reading?
Yes, we will as soon as we finish this boss.
Gotcha.
Yes.
I will wait then.
Yes. So at the beginning of this boss, we're going to need to drive to the left. We basically want to make him not see us so that he bombs himself,
There
which
you
he
go.
did. And from here on out, it's going to be pretty much smooth sailing. So I think we're good for donations now.
Yep.
Cool. We have $50 donation from G. Chris with no comment, but putting that towards the Princess Peach cosplay donation or incentive. And we have a $15 donation from Donkey Kong's Teeth, saying, "Here are those coins I stole," putting that towards the minigame speedrun showcase for
You're too slow!
That is
Super
wonderful.
Princess Peach. And speaking of those 2 targets, we are very, very close to actually meeting them for the minigame speedrun showcase. We are currently at $447 out of 500. And the cosplay, we are at 870 out of 1,000. So a few more donations, which we should be able to get during this run, right? That would make us reach
Very
that
nice.
target.
So that mission that just happened, you could see that Abel adjusted himself on the fly in terms of how fast he was and how many of the monsters he managed to kill. He did quite well. I think he got a good time at the end.
It was 38, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we're on to Choco Island, which many people don't like as a track. For me, it's one of my favorites.
Same.
Because you two are good at it.
Because I'm Swiss and it's a chocolate track, so...
All right, we got Peach once again here on Sky Garden. We're going to be going through some gates, and we're going to see a couple of the shortcuts here being utilized. We're going to go off this ramp here. You can do this shroomless, actually, on both 100 and 150.
And then we're going to follow it up with another skipping of a turn, just around that corner over here, crossing through that gate. In time trials, there are actually 2 other shortcuts that are much harder to pull off, and that the world records have leveraged over the years.
Yes. All right, so here we are playing Peach Gardens backwards. So if you've played the booster course pass, then you're probably familiar how with lap 3 on that, you race this entire course backwards, but we were actually doing that all the way back then. So once again, it's a race mission, and it's the same item pool as usual. We're just looking for the things that make us go fast and making sure to get some item drops from Brayden.
Oh, I almost hit just there.
So coming up here, we have a flower patch. There's the little signpost there. And infamously, during a run, I hit it and lost my run. And to this day, that is now referred to as the Pudding's Pole. Lives in infamy.
Okay.
All right, this is a very tricky mission here. We need to collect all 40 coins, and they are in an interesting geometric pattern here. Abel is going to use this strat. There's a number of different strats, all vary by a couple seconds. This is the one that he happens to be best at. And
There's a lot of sharp turnings, a lot of braking, very tight angles. It's very easy to miss 1 or 2 coins, and then you have to adjust on the fly, as Abel did just now.
yeah,
Sadly, I am missing the early cycle, so I'm just going to take it slow
we're
here.
gonna have to come
That's
up with
okay,
something
that's
here.
okay.
This should be all right. Ooh, are we gonna make it in time?
I don't think we are.
All right, it's fine. The 3-star dependency for this one is very, very lenient.
Yeah, it's still quite an okay time.
Yeah, that's fine.
And it's still 3 stars somehow.
All right, so we're gonna do a thing here. In the audience, I want you to count the mini turbos with us. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
13,
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33.
So you get an idea of how much many
How
more
much you can
MPs.
squeeze in. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Very tricky one here. We had to collect all 10 item boxes. They're all on pretty consistent cycles, so we're going to see Abel hopefully catch all of the things he needs to do. We're going to wait for this one. And this is probably the most tricky turn of the mission here. I think we're going to have to come back for this one. Oh, never mind.
Nice, very nice.
Surprising even me.
I think this is probably my favorite battle stage of all time, Mario Kart wise.
Same, it's probably my top 3.
Yeah. So this mission is a great example of a skill that you really need to have for this category, is just adapting on the fly to everything.
My God, I can't believe I saved that. I thought that item box was completely gone.
Yeah, that was a fantastic save.
All right, here we have Chief Chili yet again, another SM64 boss. And I'd like to give a shout out to my good friend Mikey Lore, who for some reason referred to this boss as US President Joe Biden about 3.5 years ago, and we've been calling him that ever since. So shout outs to him. And we're going to quit out here, because if we didn't, we would have to watch the entirety of the credits.
Now we enter the 7th set of missions, which I believe many people never knew existed. To unlock it, you need to have, I believe, at least 1 star for each of the missions before that.
Yes.
And they are a little bit trickier than the previous set. For example, here we have Peach, one of the hardest characters to handle on Rainbow Road, arguably the hardest track.
Exactly.
And the worst track of the game.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm calling it.
Yeah. Well, imagine being on world record pace or on PB pace here. You've just seen a very, very nice split. And you enter this stage, and obviously very difficult to navigate. And having to readapt to different kart stats with Peach, very, very difficult. Your hands are all sweaty.
Yeah. Also, I mean, just Abel has a history with this track at ESA.
Oh, don't even.
Don't even mention. Oh.
Oh, not
What
sure
happened?
what.
Oh, we're back. We're back.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Abel was so fast, even the game couldn't keep up.
Yes. So here we are. We're Mario. We're racing Bowser in his home turf. This is my personal favorite mission of the game. We're again just looking for stars. Ooh, this means we get to hit the thwomp. Let's go.
Boom.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Very nice.
Yeah, another one of the most complicated tracks. So for this mission, you have to go down over here.
Yes. It is possible to stay on the bridge. There's actually an invisible wall there, but the TAS of this mission actually generates enough speed to hop over that collision and onto the other ramp.
Now
And
we're
it's
going to
absurd.
see the ending as well, where we're going to just fall in lava, but it's going to count.
Because the finish line extends over. Yep.
So for the record, I've already lost a world record last jump on this because I just didn't cross the imaginary line. It's very frustrating.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
I've
it happened more than
definitely,
once.
definitely lost some
Ooh.
things there.
Ooh. Okay. So TikTok clock, we're going to do a little bit of explaining and then we'll probably move it to donation. So here we have TikTok clock, but it's at double speed. And we got some extra pendulums and some other wacky stuff going on. But it's pretty boring, and we got 2 whole laps to drive. So if you have any donations, now's the time.
Currently none to read, but I definitely want to shout out the target for the next game that we have coming up, which is the Super Princess Peach run, where we have, again, 2 targets that we would really like to get met. We have the minigame Speedrun Showcase, where we are at $447 out of the 500.
Let's look at the big screen.
And then we have the Princess Peach cosplay, which I definitely want to see get met, which is at 870 out of 1,000. So get the donations rolling in, and you can also see some cosplay here at ESA.
All right. Now that's over. We got 7-5. This is a very, very stressful mission. So imagine you're on PB pace, and you come into this one, and this is yet again another example of that Tart Top mission where you have to make very precise, straight-on jumps, and you just can't afford to miss them. Yep, we're gonna have to restart for that one. It's very, very tricky to play. Okay. Yeah. There's one thing as well that every mission runner, or when you experience when you run missions, is you'll get these missions really good in one run, and then the next run, even though you think you're consistent on it, you'll end up failing it for no reason, and that cycle just continues for your bit of learning the game. Ooh. We're good?
So we're just going to adjust on the fly again.
I didn't think I was
capture
going to make
coin.
that anyway, but it's fine. We don't need any star rating.
No, exactly.
This is
Now
my
we're
star.
done with that, so
Yeah.
we can just move to the last coin and complete the
Ooh.
mission. Fortunately, yeah.
Yeah.
Was
Oh,
close
it's still
call.
a star, so
Yeah.
there you go.
All right. So here, we need everybody in chat. We have a very special friend that we need to say hi to. It's a big fish. He's about to hop over the track. His name is Bubba. So I want everybody in the chat to spam your emotes. Say hi, hello to Bubba.
Hi,
Hey,
Bubba.
Bubba. He's such a good guy. You
Love
get
that guy.
Yeah, you get to see him at the end of both the 32 tracks run and the missions run. And he's there to cheer you on to finish.
This is our inspiration.
So contrary to what the sign tells you to do, you take the right path instead. You hop over the gap. And get to the final item box here. And we're almost done. Just 3 more to go, including the boss.
All right. So here we're going to be collecting 12 coins, driving backwards. Again, admiring Bowser's beautiful model. They had 3 backwards Bowser missions in this game. They just really wanted you to look at that. Analyze it deep. So Abel's going to be weaving in between the boxes, but the fastest in world record strat for this mission in particular just forgoes all strategy and just rams through all of the boxes and breaks them all. But it's very, very risky.
So that's one of the hardest missions for people who first pick up the game. It took me quite a while to figure out that you don't necessarily need to empty. You just need to drift with the right timing. Then you can complete it. But you can see that the time constraint is it's pretty stringent.
I believe the best time uses 3 mini turbos.
Yeah. So here we have to eliminate 30 Goombas. If you know, you know. So what we need to do here is we want to get to the front of the pack as quickly as possible. Which is
Ideally without getting hit.
yes.
Or at least
Oh, that
die.
was a nice.
Oh,
that was a nice throw.
That was a pretty good throw, yeah.
So what we want to do, ideally, Yeah, that's one.
Is killing these Goombas first, avoid any from, you know, escaping too far ahead, and then we're just gonna turn around and we're gonna shoot at the other ones. Okay, I believe that's the last one.
Very frustrating mission to get the green shell throws correct. But now we can kind of take base here and shoot them all.
For the taking.
So I want to give a shout out to a Japanese player by the name of Polygon, who has the world record in this mission, which already finished about 20 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Where he just memorized the Goomba positions and then shot them all from like one spot.
Okay, and now we're going to go forward again to be able to kill the last 3. Ooh, that was a close call.
All right, so we have our final boss fight here with Wiggler. It's very challenging, at least to get past him in the first bit, but we're gonna be leaving him in the dust. But I believe, if I'm correct, that Wiggler isn't actually his name. It's actually a stage name. I believe his name is actually Matthew.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I think I know someone looking like him.
Yeah. Somebody who likes wiggling a lot, like Wiggler does.
Exactly. So for this last mission is going to be 3 laps, where we're going to be chaining stars and occasionally hitting these truck mushrooms, racing to the finish line.
Yes. The trucks that you see that have the fish on the side of them, like that one passing by there, have mushrooms underneath them. So whenever we have the chance, we want to just quickly go over there and break that.
Like this.
And we're going to be coming up on the final lap here. If we were actually even within range of Wiggler right now, sorry, Matthew, we would see that he would turn to angry at the start of this lap and be a little bit faster, but we're just too fast. So if anybody says we're too slow, that's a lie.
Now we're
coming up on the final straight here, yeah.
Exactly. So as soon as Abel crosses the line, it's going to be time.
I'll get ready on time. And time. Hey!
Nice.
Oh, hey, sub 41. Better than I thought.
Good time, good time.
Okay, let's roll the credits here. So yeah, that's Mario Kart DS all missions. Thanks for watching. I want to give a shout out to the Mario Kart players page, mariokart64.com/MKDS. Also the Mario Kart DS network Discord. We have, I believe, thousands of members playing MKDS. It's still a very active community, so if you're interested in the game...
Yeah, there's never been a better time to get into it. We have good Wi-Fi scene. We have a very good time trials. People even run balloon battle, believe it. Shoutouts to Forrest. And also just shoutouts to everybody who got me to the event. I'd like to give a shout out to my mom and dad and my friend Mikey and Lexi, and that's about it for me. Yeah,
and shout outs to my girlfriend in the audience. Thank you for coming here with me. And
our
thank
crew.
you. Yeah.
MKDS forever.
And, and to my co-commentators for coming along on the journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us, Abel.
But yeah, it's a privilege and a pleasure to be doing this for charity especially, so please keep donating. Thank you very much for having us, and I guess we'll just watch the credits now, and unless there's anything else you guys want to add, I think I'm good.
Thanks a lot to the organizers as well on my end. Fantastic event, and thanks to you all for watching.
Yeah, I have one last donation that came in from Kyle with $5 saying,
"Oh, cool.
I was on the edge of my seat during that 4MT mission. Not to be a doubter, but I wasn't sure if you were going to be able to pull it off. Good luck on the run, and MKDS forever."
Thank you, Kyle.
Thanks.
That's
Thank
so
you.
true.
Yes.
Yeah, even with just $5, it just helps. Every small donation helps. Every big donation helps. Of course, more, but
Absolutely.
everything helps. And remember to put those towards some incentives as well.
Yeah.
We still have the Princess Peach incentives. That
How much is the minimum donation for the shirt?
For the shirts, it's only $40. So you get an awesome shirt for $40, and also get to put that towards charity.
All right, I think I might
right on.
do that.
Yeah, definitely do that. It's
Same here.
It's really good. But yeah, thank you so much for the run. Amazing showcase and good commentary. I'm gonna send it over to Skenme, who's gonna take over as host for me. It's my end of the end of my shift. So yeah, Skenme, when you're ready, just take it away.